When your house requires 600 staff members, your family finances exceed the GDP of entire nations, and your business decisions can shake the world's largest democracy, ordinary measures of wealth become meaningless. Meet Asia's richest family, the Ambanis of India, whose 27-story Mumbai residence ranks as the world's most expensive private home after Buckingham Palace. With 3 helipads, a 168-car garage, and even a dedicated snow room, Antilia stands as the perfect symbol of a family whose influence extends far beyond mere billions. But their true power isn't found in helipads or snow rooms. It's in how 3 generations transformed a small textile trading business into an empire that controls nearly 10% of India's economy. Therefore, in today's episode of Old Money Luxury, we'll unlock the doors to their extraordinary world and discover how one family's ambition reshaped the destiny of more than 1 billion people, as we describe the Ambanis, the $118 billion family that owns India. In the glittering pantheon of global billionaires, few families command the sheer magnitude of wealth and influence wielded by the Ambanis. With a staggering net worth of $118 billion as of January 2025, this Indian dynasty controls a fortune that exceeds the entire GDP of nations like Nepal and Sri Lanka combined. From their primary residence, Antilia, a towering monument to wealth that ranks as the world's second most expensive residence after Buckingham Palace, the Ambani family oversees an empire that accounts for nearly 10% of India's GDP. This 27-story vertical palace, valued at over $2 billion, boasts amenities that would make medieval Maharajas blush. 3 helipads, a 168-car garage, multiple swimming pools, and even a dedicated snow room for escaping Mumbai's tropical heat. Yet Antilia represents merely the tip of their golden iceberg. The family's global real estate portfolio includes an $80 million beach villa on Dubai's Palm Jumeirah Island, complete with a private 70-meter beach and a $98 million stake in New York's Mandarin Oriental Hotel. Their 2021 acquisition of Stoke Park, a prestigious golf and country club in Buckinghamshire, for $73 million, added another jewel to their crown. Mukesh Ambani, the family patriarch and chairman of Reliance Industries Limited, maintains controlling interest in India's most valuable company. Their 50.33% stake in RIL generates a dividend stream that would make a small nation's treasury envious. Under his leadership, the conglomerate has expanded far beyond its petrochemical roots into telecommunications, retail, and digital services. The family's taste for luxury extends to their personal collections. Their fleet of automobiles includes everything from Range Rover Vogues to vintage Mercedes, while their jewelry collection features pieces that defy comprehension, like the 450 crore rupee diamond necklace gifted to Shloka Mehta, wife of Akash Ambani, by her mother-in-law Neeta. Yet unlike many of Asia's wealthy families who maintain low profiles, the Ambanis embrace their position at the apex of Indian society. Their business dealings and personal lives command headlines across the subcontinent. Their marriages become national celebrations, and their business moves send ripples through global markets. But to truly understand how this family rose from modest textile traders to become Asia's wealthiest dynasty, we must journey back to the bustling streets of Yemen, where a young man named Dhirubhai Ambani was about to begin a journey that would transform not just his family's fortunes, but the entire Indian economy. In the sweltering port city of Aden, Yemen, during the late 1940s, a young Indian clerk named Dhirubhai Ambani worked diligently at Ambani & Co., mastering the intricacies of international trade. Born in 1932 to a humble schoolteacher in the small village of Chorwad, Gujarat, Dhirubhai had left India at the age of 16, driven by an ambition that far exceeded his modest origins. The Ambani family name, derived from the word Amban, meaning headman of a village, carried little weight outside their small community in Gujarat. Dhirubhai's father, Hirachand Ambani, worked as a village schoolteacher, supporting his wife Jamunaben and their 5 children. Despite their financial constraints, the family emphasized education and entrepreneurial thinking. In Aden, then one of the world's busiest ports, young Dhirubhai absorbed crucial lessons about international trade. Working at Abes & Co., he learned the intricacies of the petroleum and commodity trading business, and most importantly, the art of identifying market opportunities. His years in Aden provided invaluable insights into global commerce that would later prove crucial to his success. During his decade in Yemen, Dhirubhai developed what would become his signature trait, an uncanny ability to spot arbitrage opportunities in highly regulated markets. He studied how different currencies traded, how import-export regulations could be navigated, and how relationships with bureaucrats could facilitate business operations. These lessons, learned in the bustling trading hub of Aden, would later help him navigate India's notorious License Raj era. It was in Aden that Dhirubhai married Kokilaban in 1955, and their first child, Mukesh, was born there in 1957. After spending exactly 10 years in Yemen, Dhirubhai returned to India in 1958 with savings of 50,000 rupees. He chose Mumbai, then Bombay, as his base of operations, recognizing the city's position as India's commercial capital and its potential for an ambitious entrepreneur. Setting up home in a 2-bedroom apartment at the Jai Hind estate in Bhuleshwar, one of Mumbai's crowded commercial districts, Dhirubhai began trading spices and yarn. The family adapted to life in Mumbai, while Dhirubhai worked tirelessly to establish his first business connections in the city's textile markets. This period shaped what would become the core Ambani family values: frugality despite success, the importance of thinking big despite humble beginnings, and an unwavering focus on identifying and seizing market opportunities. Dhirubhai's early struggles also instilled in him a deep understanding of India's masses, an insight that would later help him revolutionize the country's equity culture. As the 1960s dawned, Dhirubhai prepared to make his first significant business move in India's textile industry. The skills he had honed in Aden, combined with his intimate understanding of Indian markets, were about to transform a small trading operation into what would become one of the world's largest business empires, though few could have predicted just how dramatically this former clerk would reshape Indian capitalism. In 1958, Dhirubhai Ambani established Reliance Commercial Corporation at Narsinatha Street in Masjid Bunder, Mumbai. Starting as a small trading enterprise, the company initially focused on importing polyester yarn and exporting spices. This modest beginning laid the foundation for what would become one of India's largest business empires. The company's first major leap into manufacturing came in 1966 with the launch of the Vimal fabric brand. Named after his elder brother Ramnikbhai's son, the brand revolutionized Indian textile retail. Dhirubhai's marketing genius showed in his decision to position Vimal as a premium brand while keeping it accessible to the masses. The brand's advertising campaigns became deeply embedded in Indian popular culture. However, Dhirubhai's most significant innovation wasn't in manufacturing or marketing, it was in finance. In 1977, Reliance held its initial public offering, a move that would transform Indian capital markets forever. Breaking from tradition, Dhirubhai actively courted small investors, conducting shareholder meetings in stadiums to accommodate thousands of attendees. This democratization of corporate ownership earned him a devoted following among India's middle class. Throughout the 1970s and early 1980s, Reliance expanded aggressively, often pushing the boundaries of India's complex regulatory framework. Dhirubhai's ability to navigate the License Raj, India's notorious system of permits and quotas, became legendary. Critics accused him of manipulating the system, but supporters saw a visionary who understood that rapid industrialization required creative solutions in a restrictive economic environment. As the 1980s progressed, Reliance made a crucial strategic move by entering the petrochemicals industry. This backward integration strengthened the company's position in textiles while laying the groundwork for future expansion into other petrochemical products. The move demonstrated Dhirubhai's ability to think strategically and build for the long term. By the mid-1980s, Reliance had become one of India's most valuable companies, but controversy followed its success. The company's rapid rise and Dhirubhai's political connections drew scrutiny from the press and competitors. Yet he remained focused on expansion, seemingly becoming more determined with each challenge to prove his critics wrong through achievement rather than argument. In 1991-92, as India stood on the brink of major economic reforms, Reliance opened its petrochemical plant in Hazira, marking another milestone in the company's vertical integration strategy. This bold move, made during a period of economic uncertainty, showcased Dhirubhai's confidence in India's economic potential and his company's ability to capitalize on it. This period of growth and controversy shaped Reliance's corporate DNA, establishing patterns of aggressive expansion, vertical integration, and mass market focus that would define the company's future strategy. As India prepared to unshackle its economy from decades of socialist planning, Reliance stood ready to seize the opportunities that liberalization would bring. The 1990s marked a period of unprecedented expansion for Reliance Industries under Dhirubhai's leadership, as India's economic liberalization created new opportunities. The company launched Reliance Petroleum Limited in 1991, culminating in the construction of the Jamnagar refinery in Gujarat, a facility with an initial capacity of 668,000 barrels per day, making it one of the world's largest refineries at the time. During this decade, Dhirubhai's sons, Mukesh and Anil, played increasingly prominent roles in the company's operations. Mukesh, who had left his MBA studies at Stanford to join the family business, oversaw the construction of the Jamnagar refinery, while Anil, with an MBA from Wharton, managed the company's financial operations and public relations. The trajectory of the company had been complicated by Dhirubhai's stroke in 1986, which significantly impacted his ability to maintain direct control. Though he continued to guide the company until his death in 2002, questions about succession loomed large. After his passing, the brothers attempted to run Reliance together, with their mother, Kokilaban, serving as a stabilizing influence. This cooperative arrangement quickly showed signs of strain. By November 2004, the simmering tensions burst into public view when Mukesh acknowledged having differences with his brother in a televised interview. The dispute erupted into a full-blown corporate war that became front-page news across India, with daily revelations of accusations and counter-accusations threatening the stability of both the company and the country's stock market. The family matriarch, Kokilaban, eventually stepped in to broker a settlement. The resulting division in 2006 split the Reliance empire. Mukesh retained control of Reliance Industries, including the petrochemicals, oil and gas, and textiles businesses, while Anil received the telecommunications, power generation, financial services, entertainment, and construction operations through the newly formed Reliance Anil Dhirubhai Ambani Group. The split marked more than just a division of assets. It represented a divergence in business philosophies. Mukesh focused on building integrated, capital-intensive industrial projects, while Anil pursued a more diversified portfolio across service sectors. This fundamental difference in approach would prove crucial in the years ahead. The aftermath of the split revealed stark contrasts in the brothers' fortunes. While Mukesh's Reliance Industries continued its upward trajectory, expanding its petrochemical operations and venturing into new territories, Anil's companies began facing mounting challenges and financial difficulties. The division of Reliance marked the end of an era, the last chapter in Dhirubhai's rags to riches story. Yet, it also represented the beginning of a new phase in the Ambani saga, as Mukesh emerged as the heir to his father's legacy of industrial innovation and market dominance. The stage was set for an even more dramatic transformation of Reliance Industries, though in a direction few could have predicted at the time. In 2023, as Mukesh Ambani unveiled his succession plan, the focus shifted to his three children, Akash, Isha, and Anant, who represent the third generation of this remarkable dynasty. Learning from the past conflicts that divided the family, Mukesh has carefully structured the leadership transition to maintain the conglomerate's unity while allowing each child to develop their own sphere of influence. Each heir has been positioned to lead distinct verticals within the Reliance empire. Akash has taken charge of the telecommunications division through Reliance Jio, steering the company's digital transformation initiatives. Isha focuses on the retail segment, overseeing the expansion of Reliance's consumer-facing businesses and partnerships with global brands. Meanwhile, Anant has been entrusted with the group's ambitious new energy business, representing Reliance's commitment to sustainable development. This careful distribution of responsibilities reflects lessons learned from the previous generation's struggles. Rather than foster competition, the structure encourages collaboration and shared growth. The next generation brings fresh perspectives to traditional businesses while pushing into new territories like renewable energy and digital services. Their entry into leadership coincides with India's emergence as a global economic powerhouse. The challenges they face differ greatly from those of their grandfathers' era, transitioning from fossil fuels to renewable energy, adapting to rapidly evolving digital technologies, and maintaining Reliance's competitive edge in an increasingly global marketplace. The siblings' influence on Reliance's direction is already evident. Jio continues to expand its digital ecosystem under Akash's guidance, while the retail division grows its footprint across India. Anant's focus on green energy initiatives signals Reliance's commitment to environmental sustainability. However, the true test of this succession plan lies ahead. While Mukesh maintains his position as chairman, the siblings must prove they can work together effectively once he steps back. Their success or failure in maintaining family unity while driving innovation will likely influence how other Indian family businesses approach succession planning. The expansion of the Ambani family continues, with the next generation beginning to emerge. As these young heirs grow, they will inherit a business empire vastly different from the textile trading company their great-grandfather founded, one that spans telecommunications, retail, energy, and digital services. As Reliance Industries continues its evolution from an industrial heavyweight into a technology-driven conglomerate, the future of India's most valuable company rests in the hands of these young leaders. Their ability to balance tradition with innovation while maintaining family cohesion will determine whether the Ambani dynasty can extend its remarkable journey into the next generation. And now, we'd love to hear you in the comments. Are you from India? And what is your opinion on the Ambani family? We look forward to hearing from you, and thanks again for joining us for another episode of Old Money Luxury. Cheers, until the next time.